Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of History Saver here on YouTube. And we are getting a text here, but we have a cool thing that I want to show you guys tonight. And thank you for joining me, first of all. Thank you for all the support you've been giving me on the channel and all the things you've been doing for me and helping get the word out. And hope you enjoyed the last video that we shot with the WWII ration. But on this episode of History Saver, we're live tonight. Very cool thing for you tonight. We have a rare German World War II ration. Now, first of all, these are reproduction German World War II rations, but they are some of the most accurate reproduction of German World War II rations that's on the market. And I'm not going to promise you we're going to be trying everything here. I want to try to keep all these packages intact, because I will be using these in the field at some different events we have coming up. But it's something that a lot of you guys do not see. It's a really cool thing that I thought you may like to see. And for all my German reenacting buddies that's out there, go visit reprorations.com. If you want to get some cool World War I, World War II reproduction rations from Britain, the United States, or Germany, that's the place to go and find these. So it's a pretty cool place to visit and to see. And the main ration we have tonight is the German iron ration, which is one of the main staples of the German army during World War II. Now, it may not look like there's much to this thing, and there's really not a whole lot to it, but this is the iron ration of the German army. These were used during peacetime and war, and this was the basic ration for the German troops during World War II, for the Wehrmacht or the SS or any other branch of the German army. And this is going to be just one of the things we're going to be reviewing tonight, taking a look at. Also, this is basically a thing of SS hardtack crackers. Hardtack crackers, like I've been saying on the channel, has been around for centuries, at least since the American Revolution. So this is going to be something pretty cool to check out. And if you could tell on the label right here, and I'm going to move it up to the camera a little bit, you can see it right here. It's labeled SS. So pretty cool to see that. Also, we have some candies, which is basically lemon drops, or Zintemann drops, if I can pronounce it right. I'm not really too good on my German. And then we also have some coffee, and we're come packaged just like this. And we're going to be going through these, taking a look at them, and kind of seeing what the contents are of this. First thing we want to do, of course, is get into this German World War II iron ration. And as you can see, it comes in the brown bag, and it was the same way during the war. So we are going to very carefully cut into this ration without damaging the label or the bag too bad, because I want to save that. And I'm using my Nathan's MRE knife. Go check out Nathan's MRE and check his channel out. And you can pick up one of these things on his Amazon store. But guys, we got a lot of cool things coming up on the channel. I know the camera work is a little kooky tonight. Kind of making do. I was testing out a new camera and don't think I'm going to really like it too much. But it is what it is. And sometimes you just got to test things out. And this is just to have a little bit of fun with tonight and to hang out with you guys. And guys, go check out Old Smokey's channel and a bunch of those guys. And basically here we are. We have the iron ration that is opened, and I was able to preserve the label, which is great. And we're going to open it up, and the first thing that comes out of this bag is a package of crackers. It's 150 grams of crackers here, or bread. And then you also get a pretty large thing of meat. This is 300 grams of meat. And not really for sure what's in this. Not going to open it up because I want to preserve this to use out in the field. But pretty cool to see this thing. And if you can see the writing on the side there, it's got everything recreated exactly as it would have been during World War II. This company does a really good job So for any World War II reenactors out there, go check out Repro Rations. You'll get a bag just like this, just a regular brown paper bag, but this is the way it was during the war, with the reproduction label on it, just as it appeared during the war to the German troops. Also, you get a nice little thing here. We picked up our hardtack crackers, is labeled SS, for the German Army. And I've already previously opened this up right before the video. Just the suspense was killing me. And you get your hardtack and some round crackers, just as this, are unsalted, just as they would have been during the war. And these things are actually, they can get pretty hard. They go stale very easily, but they are a supplement in the battlefield. So these SS hardtack crackers, if I can package around right, and you can see the German labels on here with all the period correct German writing with the SS troops. And a lot of the SS would have been issued this, as well as other entities of the German Army during World War II. And it's pretty neat to see these. These will actually come round, square, or rectangular. So they will come in all different sizes, and the German Army will be able to have these to supplement what's in this can. Now, inside this bag is the bread. This will be more of a bread consistency rather than the cracker consistency. And it you would get 150 grams of this, 300 grams of protein with your meat. And then you also had energy bars. And this was would have been issued to the Fossenjäger troops, as this label on the front of the box here. And basically it's energy bars, and we just opened this up as well right before we're done the video. Suspense was killing us. And I had to do it because I've been wanting some of these for a very long time. And as I started getting into these rations, I said, well, you know, I need to share this on YouTube because this is pretty cool. Again, this is from reprorations.com. Go visit those guys online, especially if you're in the living history community. You do any kind of World War II living history. They have U.S. Rations, German rations, British rations, you name it. But these Fossenjäger energy bars come out, and they basically are in a big square that looks like this. And if you go to the store and you buy some of these survival energy bars, that's basically what this is a lot of oats, different fruits, dried into a square. And this is what you would eat while you're in combat in the field to be able to supplement yourself with some kind of nutrition to keep you going. So this would have been separate from the iron ration that they were given, and it was factored into other rations. So this was something that the Fossenjäger troops for the German Army in World War II would have carried in their rucks. And it's got all the period writing on there. Again, reprorations.com. Next, we have some Zitterman drops, if I'm saying it right. This is basically candy. This is lemon flavored candy for the Wehrmacht, which was the regular German Army. It's stamped Wehrmacht on the back. And this is 20 grams of candy. And basically it comes in a little envelope, and you open it up and you have lemon drops on the inside. Now, this candy is not from World War II. Let me be specific on that. This is not World War II dated. Even though these rations are reproductions, that's exactly what they are. The food is modern. You can actually eat this and not get sick, not have to worry about it. But it's basically the same as that thing and the same as that look that it would have had during the war. This company does an awesome bang-up job, and I'm trying to preserve as much of this as I can to use out in the field for myself during some living history events, because these are far between to come by, and there's only one company that really does reproductions on these, and they're inexpensive. I think this whole ration right here was about 15 bucks for everything here, and I ordered a few different things along with the iron ration. Also, you would get your coffee, which would have been in a package just similar to the lemon drops, and on the back is stamped infantry for the regular German Army. The SS would also carry this. All entities of the German Army would have had these. And this is basically your coffee packet and what your coffee would have been in. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this open because I'm interested to see how they package this coffee and what kind of coffee it is, if it's instant coffee or if it's powdered coffee, or exactly what kind of coffee is inside of this ration. And again, I'm trying to preserve as much of these packages as I can because I want to reuse these. I mean, they're hard to come by, and I found this company, and luckily they're cheap. But this is some stuff you can actually reproduce for yourself and go out and buy yourself. And it's pretty neat to see how they actually reproduce these and period correct in the most period correct way that any company I've seen has ever done. And you get the coffee, it comes out just like this, a little baggy, and pretty neat. And it's this is actually ground coffee, so you have to strain this, figure out the way they actually make this without making too big grinds all in your coffee. And that's something I'm gonna be fighting with myself. It smells really fresh. I can't smell it through the bag. The only thing that concerns me is if I can smell it through the bag, will it stay fresh? So just be wary of the coffee. But guys, go check out reproductionrations.com, reprorations.com, and get some of these for yourself. And if you'll notice on this can, the writing on here, Flesh and Conserve, if I can say that right, that doesn't translate to anything other than meat. Now, other cans that the German army would have had during the war would have had beef stew or exactly what kind of meat it was on it. But these, when you got one of these, it was kind of a mystery meat. You don't know what kind of meat you're getting. I don't know what kind of meat's actually in this. It did not tell me, so it was kind of suspenseful. And I apologize again, but I'm not going to open this can on camera because I want to save this out before in the field. But it's a fairly large can. This will make 2 to 3 meals. And German armies had mess tins or mess kits that they could put on their backs that went on their A-frame or hung off their bread bag or somewhere on their salt packs. That's what they carried with them. And that mess kit that the German army carried, you could actually take some food and put it inside of it and close it up. So the food will not be kept for too long, but it can be kept for a day's ration if they needed to do that. So that's another cool little feature to know about the German army during the war. Is those mess kits, man, those things are really, really cool. The top can be used as a frying pan. It's got a little handle that extends out, and you have a large bucket to basically eat out of. You can put soup or whatever inside of this thing. So it's pretty neat. And then on top of the canteen was their cup. So their actual cup fit on top of their canteen. It made it a little difficult to get into the canteen when you needed to, because you have to undo the strap, take the cup off, and it's really a pain in the butt. I mean, I've used one hundreds of times, and it's really a pain in the butt. But these guys had a great idea of how to light pack and how to incorporate everything that they would need out in the field and then count onto their person. They really knew how to travel as light as they could. And that's what made the German army so effective during the war. And just some pretty cool little, factors as the German army as opposed to the American army. The American army had the mess kits that you're used to seeing. One of those tops could also be transformed into a frying pan. It had a lid on it, and then you had your tray. So it's a pretty cool little feature too for the United States mess kits during the war. But they could not hold as much food as a German army mess kit could, because the German army mess kit was much deeper. So pretty cool little contrast between the two armies on rationing during World War II. And the U.S. soldier also made their mess kit so it could be light and taken with them and fit in small places. The German army didn't have such a small mess kit, but they rather had a mess kit that could fit a lot of food into. So pretty neat. The American canteen, their cup fit down inside the pouch, and the canteen fit inside the cup. Well, the German army, well, that concept killed them because their cup fit on top of their canteen, and it took a lot of work to get into that thing. So pretty cool to see the little differences between the two armies during World War II. And the rationing between the two armies, for the American side during World War II, Spam took the place of this kind of stuff. Now, they also had meat that was in cans. They had stew, but they had the larger cans that you know of and go to your grocery store and buy today. The German army had cans just like we buy today, but most of them come like this. They have some of the taller cans, but you would see a lot of smaller cans like this. And if you tell, the package they put this thing in is no more than a brown paper sack. This will break very easily. A lot of times they will actually put it in cardboard boxes as well. but you did see sacks just like this, like a lunch sack. And that's basically all this reproduction is a lunch sack with a label slapped on it. But it's 100% historically accurate, which is very, very cool and a very cool thing. If you want some of these for your own, reprorations.com is a place to go. Now on these crackers, these things are very large. German Army had very large hardtack crackers. They were unsalted. None of these were salted. They would come in circles just like this, circular shape, a rectangle, or they would actually come in a square. Now, a lot of them that you did see did come like this. These things are not really much to taste. There's no salt, really no taste in them other than stale bread. But unfortunately, that's what the combat troops had to do. But the good thing about it is it tided them over. It held them nutritionally. They were able to get some food in their bodies. They didn't care what it tasted like as long as they could eat. Now, with these energy bars, half of one of these energy bars goes a long way. There's 3 per package in this Fossenjäger energy bar box, and the taste is actually pretty good if you can get over the consistency. The consistency of these things, and I'm going to pull out a half one of these that I've already opened and tried some of. I just couldn't help myself off camera. But the consistency of these things is chalk. The taste is very good, but they break apart very easily, as you can tell right here. And but they have a good taste. But at the same time, the texture is like sand or chalk. But they do actually taste pretty good. So it's a very cool little factor to know that troops actually had energy bars during World War II in Germany with a Fossenjäger energy bar here. Now, for a staple, you always have chocolate. You see chocolate in every ration you get. You see chocolate in United States rations during World War II, Vietnam, Korea, modern rations. They always have chocolate in them. They have some kind of sweetener. And the purpose of that is just to pick me up. Gives them something to help them pep them up a little bit, gives them some energy. Now, during World War II, the German Army had something they called Scho-Ka-Kola. Now, you've seen me mention this on the last few videos I've had. Florida MRE sells these. You can go to forumMRE.com and pick some of these up. This is an original chocolate for the German Army during World War II. Not much has changed other than the package of this thing since World War II. The major change to this chocolate is back in World War II, this did contain a small trace amount of cocaine. Now today, no, don't go buy 50 of these thinking you're gonna get some cocaine, because it's not happening. But during the World War II, the Army had this, or German Army had this, and get it open here. And this was the major staple chocolate for the German Army during World War II. And very good chocolate, but it's a mixture of cola bean and coffee. This is a coffee chocolate. It's loaded with caffeine. And as you can see, as we open it up here, you get 8 bars here. And you also get 8 more up under this section. So you have a total of 16 pieces of chocolate in this. And if you can tell the lines here on the chocolate, that was for rationing. You could take one of these, cut it in half, and this chocolate can be used for a very long time. Now, this chocolate is a very good chocolate, but it's a very strong chocolate, a very bitter chocolate. It's a very dark chocolate. Now, you can buy these today in milk chocolate, but during the war, this was the tin you saw most of, was the red tin. That was the dark chocolate. And the only thing that's really changed about the tin from the war to now is the front. It had 1941 written right here in the middle, and the top and lower would have been the names of the chocolate company on it. So very cool. You can go back and you can Google Scho-Ka-Kola, Scho-Ka-Kola, or however you want to pronounce it, chocolate from World War II, German chocolate. And you can actually look at pictures of the original tins and tell that this has not changed much since World War II. And it's a very cool chocolate. The recipe has not changed other than you can't get cocaine out of it. So for all you guys that love the cocaine, you can't have it. Not today, not in this chocolate. But guys, Just been a quick little 20-minute live stream here. Thank you for joining me right here on History Saver. Thank you for all the support you've been doing and or giving me. And just something I wanted to share with you guys, and thought you would think, find this kind of cool to see something different, see something you don't get to see every day, and have a little history lesson behind it. So, and it's cool to have some history of rationing from time periods from different countries and see the differences between the United States and other countries, how they do things in their rations. So for History Saver 1941, we'll talk to you guys later. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you in the next video.